bad moon spoke to me once. It said, come, find categories and awards and learn how to love again. And I said no. I said, my heart is full of hate. My heart is full of rage. And the bad moon, it's a best nostalgic fan service. And I say, Sly Marble, they say, got you. And I say, you got me, Bad Moon. You got me. You made me care again. You made me love. And with that, I only say, welcome to the annual Fluffies Award Show. Roll the music.
My work is finished. I'm coming back for you.
Oh, fabulous. I mean, is it me, Adam? Is it me, or are, like, the night goblins in AOS way more articulate than all of the other Orcoid races in, like, all of the other game systems?
Very much so. They've become brilliantly articulate.
They have, haven't they? And I kind of like that. It suits them somehow. It really does suit them, and I love that video.
That video is one of the most atmospheric things I've ever seen. It was
really good, wasn't it?
And have you gone through it in the same fine tooth comb that I have?
Oh, no, probably not to the same degree that you have. No.
Oh, there's so much in there.
Oh, really? Are they sort of presaging releases to come?
It's not that. It's more the feel of it. So I get the feeling that one of the things that they're not called night goblins anymore.
No, they're not. They're called something else, but they're night goblins.
Yeah. I know it's Moonclan Grots, but this lot isn't called that. It's called
something Gits.
Yeah,
something Gloomspite Gits.
Gloomspite Gits. That's the ones.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
I love it. I love the fact they've introduced the Gits thing as part and parcel of what they are. That just makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
Well, one of the cool things is that it seems to be that one of the things that they do, the Gorkamorkas set them out to do, is to fill people full of fungus.
Yeah, that's such a clever way of taking them as well. I love that, because that was definitely there in the original Night Goblins. You know, they had this whole thing of like brewing like toxins out of fungus and whatnot. Now they've just gone like full on mycenoid with it. They've gone like D&D mycenoid, so like the fungi are part and parcel of them, and that really does. It kind of presages where they're going to go in the future, doesn't it?
It does, and I think what we're going to see is a lot more mushroom-based. Although, here's the thing about the Gloomspite. We will get on to the show proper in a minute, but this is awesome. This is this has got me so excited. Have you noticed that the Gits actually are a mix? There's the Spider-Fan Grots in there as well.
Yes, I have noticed that. So they could take it both ways, couldn't they? Or they could intermingle the two, you know? You could have, like, mycenoid-infected spiders and shit like that, you know?
Oh, that would be so good.
They could really go down that route. I think that's a brilliant way to take it myself. And also to introduce maybe, like, that you could have, like, the mycenoid-style mushroom people. You know? Maybe like you could have them be like grot brains that have like been so overtaken by the fungus that they've evolved into these big mushroom things.
Oh, what was he called? The shaman that came out from Maligned Portents, whose brain had actually grown a mushroom.
Yeah, so cool. So cool. I love it. I love it.
This isn't fair because we're here in the first week of 2019 and already GW looks like it's going to try and bankrupt me.
Totally. I mean, you also one of your favourites, the Gene Stealer Cults, are coming very soon, so that's another one, you know. So, yeah.
What we'll do for the next episode, I think, is we'll do a rundown of all the stuff that's come out.
Oh, absolutely. And the stuff that they say is going to come out. Because they've actually been very naughty in suggesting... Well, not suggesting, outright bloody stating, really. Via the Warhammer community, what's going to be happening down the line.
Yeah, monsters. Absolute monsters. How dare they
I know, right?
do all this good stuff. Yeah... I need a second job. Anyway,
literally, yes, I am actually looking for like freelance writing work and shit that I can do to pay for this bloody hobby. It's ridiculous.
It really is. I got back into this because I thought it'd be cheaper than action figure buying. That's not the reason. That's not the reason. No. So what we've got today is the Fluffies 2018 show.
Hey!
People who've been listening to us for a while may remember that last year we did exactly the same thing. We
did. It was
We set up a load of votes for everywhere. People came to us. They gave us things that they wanted for the categories, and then from the categories gave us all the nominations. And people have been voting. People have been adding new things. We've got loads of stuff from all over the place.
It just sort of explodes into insanity, doesn't it? Nobody takes this really that seriously, which is exactly how we like it.
Yeah, I mean, the batshit nominations have been absolutely beautiful this year.
They're always the highlight.
Yes,
are they not?
Yes, they are. They make me so happy. So happy. I can't wait to get to some of these. So these have come from people on YouTube, people who've emailed me, people who have voted on the site, and people in the local Games Workshop store. And we have had a lot this year.
Have we actually got a little bit more this year?
We have a lot of people who've got involved. All of the nominations have got some really big ones. There's some weird omissions from stuff.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's stuff in here which I thought, why isn't that there? But
okay.
But I think it's just because it's an entire year and there's been a lot happen this past year.
I'm struggling to remember everything that's happened this year. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Blight Wars that was this year. Well, that was last year.
I was going to say, was that this year?
Yeah, that was the beginning of 2018, yeah.
Oh, really? No way.
Well, you think about that. So, the Blight Wars, the Nurgle Demons, all that was beginning of 2018.
So, the Necroquake was this year as well. All that shit with Nagash and the... Oh, my God. Were the Beasts of Chaos this year?
Yep, they were this year. They were just after the summer, yep.
My God, so there is so Ideneth?
That was this year.
Bloody hell, how busy. And of course, Blackstone Fortress.
Yep.
Kill Team?
Kill Team, Rogue Trader.
Oh my God, there's so much.
Forgebane, Fang and Claw.
Oh.
Yeah, this year has been relentless. Absolutely relentless. This is not a bad thing, unless, of course, you're me.
There's so much.
Oh, yeah, it's tons and tons and tons of stuff. It has been a very busy year.
No kidding.
So, with that being said, shall we get rolling?
Yes,
shall we get started?
Get into it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the side release of the year.
Side release of the year?
Yeah. So this is all the stuff that is things that were not major releases. So
like little sort of tangential stuff, yeah?
Yeah. The ones that got into the main voting were Gretchen's, the card game.
Oh, okay.
Age of Sigmar Heroes for the Android.
Okay.
Doomseeker, which is about shit because Doomseeker is terrible, and Doomseeker has been kicking around for years.
So that was a little a naughty joke, I'd assume.
Yes, I think so. Age of Sigmar Champions, the card game, and Total Warhammer 2.
Right, okay.
So out of all those things,
for me, I would go for the card games simply because they're sort of reminiscent of what Games Workshop used to do a long, long time ago.
Yeah. Also, in the batshits, there is Final Liberation.
Yeah. All right. Why not?
That wonderful cloak that you could buy from that shop.
Yeah.
And my new commissioner's hat.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, there's some good stuff in there.
Good stuff. Yeah.
I also quite like one that I haven't got on here, but I did read, which was my light up Nike shoes. It's like,
I would like to see the essay that relates that to the subject matter.
I don't know.
I would assume it would be very elaborate and would involve chaos shenanigans, you know?
Or they could be just bright neon green in their orc shoes. Yeah.
Oh, it could be that. Could be that, yeah.
Could be that.
Or lurid pink and their Slaneshi, you know, Emperor's Children or something like that.
So, in reverse order, the top 3 for this then is at number 3, with 13% of the votes, was Age of Sigmar Heroes for the Android.
Yeah, okay.
With 19% of the votes at number 2, Age of Sigmar Champions. And with 35% of the votes, right at the top, Total Warhammer 2. Total Warhammer 2 just takes the side release of the year right off the bat.
Yeah, well, it was very popular.
It was. It really was. And
I think surprisingly popular, actually.
It's good. That's the surprising thing.
It is good. it is good. There's no two ways about it. It's a decent release, but I think it may have blindsided Games Workshop, you know, with how popular it was.
Yeah, I would love to see some of the stuff that was in that game getting ported over. There's a giant that you can get for the undead for the Vampire Coast add-on.
Right.
And it's a walking undead ship.
Oh,
it's amazing, and I want a mini of it.
You want a miniature of that?
Oh, badly. There's a couple of things missing from this one, which I thought was quite strange, like Deathwing, because there was not Deathwing, sorry, Space Hulk. There was a new version of Space Hulk came out this year.
There was, yes.
What else? Inquisitor. That was another one, and it's. I just found it strange that none of those got mentioned.
None of them got mentioned. Oh well.
Yeah. So then. Total Warhammer 2 takes it, and it is a surprisingly good win. I mean, the 35%, that's a big jump.
That's unambiguous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's totally unambiguous.
Poor little Gretchen's only got 1%.
Oh. Oh, well.
So then, moving on to number 2, which is Battle Tome of the Year.
Now this is an interesting one. I can say what it would be personally for me.
Okay, what would you say personally? That
Beasts of Chaos for me.
Okay.
Without a shadow of a doubt, just because of the narrative element, the feeling of it.
Yeah.
It's just a stunning book. Even if I have no plans whatsoever to make a Beasts of Chaos army, that tome is delightful.
It is. One of the things I like about Beasts of Chaos is that it ties in things from the old world in a way that isn't obvious.
Yeah.
If you know about it, it's there. If you don't, you don't need to.
Tiny little touchstones and references, yeah. But it also does exactly what I hoped it would do, in that it mythologizes the Beasts of Chaos in a way that AOS tends to do with the classic armies, you know? It elevates them and makes them far much more than just a physical threat. They're an elemental threat now. And I love that. And also, the way it rejigs their relationship to chaos itself.
Yes, they are no longer tied to chaos. They are more using it as a tool.
Almost, yeah. It's they actually regard themselves as the pinnacle, the manifestation of chaos, to the point whereby they even have contempt for things like demons and whatnot. I think that's brilliant. I think that's absolutely brilliant. I love the Beasts of Chaos book. It's dark, it's morbid, it's got this sort of dark fairy tale thing going on, which I really, really love. Beautiful book. It
is. It's a absolute beauty. So, what we had is, first of all, the batshit. We had Caradron Overlords, God damn it.
Yeah.
But that was the year before, I'm afraid.
Yes,
but,
sadly.
The Caradron Overlords turned up a lot in the batshits for some reason. We've got Warg Orcs.
Okay.
Which is, I don't think that's quite what you think it means. We've got that one that came out in 1992.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay, yeah.
We've got Commissioners Go A-Dancing. Sorry, Commissars Go A-Dancing.
I was going to say, is there going to be a theme to these? Is there going to be a Commissar answer for every single one?
Not every single one, but there are a few. There is Codex Slime Arbo, which isn't a battle tome and doesn't exist.
But that would be great, I've got to say.
And then finally, there is Battle Tome. Oh, look, why can't we have those Chaos Dwarfs? Come on, give me my big hats. Give me my big hats. Why aren't my big hats here yet?
I kind of want to put that one aside as a nominal winner.
But the more serious ones, we've got Battle Tome, Legions of Nagash.
Yeah, oh yeah, actually, yeah, that was brilliant.
We've got Battle Tome, Night Haunt.
Yes, of course.
We've got Battle Tome, Ideneth Deepkin.
Yeah.
And we've got we've got Battle Tome, Beasts of Chaos.
That's thrown it into a bit of contention for me now. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are really good. I don't particularly care which one wins.
At number 3, it's the Ideneth Deepkin.
Right, okay. Thought they might be, they were in for being the winners.
At number 2, Legions of Nagash.
Okay. Okey-dokes.
And at number 1, the Beasts of Chaos. The Beasts of Chaos, with 55% of the votes.
Yeah.
The Beasts of Chaos absolutely smashes it.
It's just quality, isn't it? I think that just speaks to the quality of the book, because all of them are worthy.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
All of them are great battle tomes, every single one of them. But that does speak, and also the fact that it's the one of those books that doesn't have an entirely new miniatures range.
It's true, actually. Yeah,
it uses almost an exclusively old school miniatures range, so that really does show how good that book is.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the interesting things has been watching the Ideneth Deepkin and the Legions of Nagash fight it out. There was points where they were neck and neck.
Yeah, I can well imagine. Those are all brilliant books. Brilliant books.
The battle tomes this year have been absolutely spot on.
They have smashed it with the battle tomes. They really have. They've thought so hard about how they want to characterize each and every one of them, and what sort of feeling they want to evoke with them, and it's just worked. It's worked beautifully.
One of the ones that got put on but didn't really go anywhere was the Blight Wars mini battle tomes.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were good, but they kind of, they are sort of adjuncts to a bigger tome, aren't they, really?
But it leads into an interesting thought, and it's the same thing that happens with Blackstone Fortress. Having these little codexes and battle tomes for stuff that's in the box set that you can just add different things, and it's something I'd like to see more often.
Oh, yeah, totally, because it helps to expand armies, doesn't it? Beautifully.
It does. Right then, so, should we move on to Codex of the Year?
Oh, let's...
So, the batshits.
No.
Codex Commissars.
That would be a good one. I would be interested in actually purchasing that one.
Codex Necroboys.
All right. That sounds slightly weird, but all right.
I don't know what Codex Necroboys would be.
Don't either.
Codex Duncan.
yes, with the two thin coats, yes.
And my personal favourite for this lot, Codex Andy Millman.
Why not?
And in the actual votes, we've got Codex Orcs.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good, actually.
Codex Drakari.
I know what one I want to win.
Codex Tyranids. Which actually, was that this year or was that last year?
Was that this year?
I actually think that might have been last year.
I think it... I can't remember. I'm thinking about it, but I got a funny feeling that was last year. I don't know, though. I'm not sure.
And Codex Death Guard.
Death Guard, was that this year?
That was actually this year. That was the beginning of the year, yeah.
Oh, God, now that has thrown it into complete contention for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would have said Drakari by a country mile. But the Death Guard Codex is bloody brilliant.
Well, would you like the top 3 then?
Go on then.
We can discuss the winner. So, with... This is so upsetting. With 25% of the votes, Codex Tyranids.
Yeah.
With 34% of the votes, Codex Drakari.
Okay.
With 38% of the votes...
Oh, so it's close.
Codex Death Guard.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. In terms of the raw quality of the book, I think the Drakari one is the best of all of them.
Yeah.
I really do. But in terms of the feeling and the ethos, the ineffable elements, the Death Guard one does take it. It's got such character.
And it was the first one that kind of laid out the framework for what the codexes were going to be going forward.
Absolutely. And for what Chaos is going to be going forward, where they're focusing down on the individual elements, which is the way to go with Chaos, certainly. And it's being the first of those books and being so good, it's a joy to read. It's a joy to pick up and read. There's so much fun going on in there. They're having just a blast exploring the more esoteric elements of the Death Guard and of Nurgle and of the Plague Planet. Yeah, it's a great book. It's a great book.
It's one that I still want to buy. I've already ever flicked through it. So
oh man, you've got to get it.
Yes, I will.
You've got to get it. It's one of the best codices ever released. It's certainly one of the best Chaos codices ever released. I mean, I'm going to be talking about it in the next Stages of Chaos show, and it's just going to be gushing, Pustulant and septic gushing, but gushing nonetheless, It's a stunner. It's a stone-cold stunner of a book.
Shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah,
let's go. Next category is Best Novel.
I've got a funny feeling I know what it's going to be, but I'm interested to hear what they are.
Okay. So, Batshits.
Aha.
Not informed enough to vote. I don't read. The Hungry Caterpillar.
Yeah.
And The Life and Times of Edmund J. Watermelon.
Okie dokes.
Yeah. No commissar in this one.
No, that's sad. That's kind of sad.
Very sad. So this actually has quite a lot of nominations that people have put in. So we've got Eye of Terror.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually quite a good book, actually, I've got to say.
I haven't read it yet, but I have heard good things.
It is quite good.
Plague Garden.
Oh, Plague Garden.
Has been nominated.
Yeah, okay.
Felix and Gotrek Volume 1.
Yes. Yeah.
Reprint.
Yeah.
Overlords of the Iron Dragon.
No, I didn't read that one. The
Genevieve reprint.
Yes.
Inferno Series 1 reprint.
Yeah, of course.
Gaunt's Ghost, the War Master.
There's quite a lot here that's vying for contention, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, out of all of those, what do you think's going to be coming out at the top?
Oh, there are a few. I mean, the Gaunt's Ghosts are always a safe bet.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think a lot of the reproduced stuff is going to have that nostalgic factor. So, like Inferno, I think, is going to be quite... And Genevieve. There's a lot of stuff there in contention. I'm not sure. If
I said Inferno came in at number 4...
Okay, now that is surprising.
Yeah.
That is surprising, but I would be surprised if it's one of the newer ones at the top and it's not one of the more nostalgic books.
Okay. So let's run down the top 3 then.
Yeah, let's go.
So at number 3, Felix and Gotrek, reprint.
Surprising.
With 14% of the votes.
Surprising, because they've got the big old sort of fan factor going.
They have. Number 2, Eye of Terror, with 22% of the votes.
Yeah.
And at number 1, Gaunt's Ghosts, the War Master, with 31% of the votes.
I mean, Gaunt's Ghosts has got both going on, hasn't it? It's got the fact that it's an established series, it's a new addition to that series, so yeah, that kind of doesn't surprise me.
It's a strange one, isn't it? That I'm sure there's been a lot more books out this year.
Oh, there's been tons. There's stuff like Lords of Silence, for example, which I certainly would have put in there because I love Lords of Silence. Mm-hmm. One of the Fabius Bile books was this year, wasn't it?
It was.
Clone Lord?
Yeah.
Clone Lord was this year. That was bloody good.
I found the fact that Dark Imperium wasn't in it.
Yeah. Actually, the Dark Imperium books, yes. Mm-hmm. Surprising, because they're also topical,
Yeah. And as I sit here, I just go, but of course, I don't make these things. Everybody tells me what to put in.
Yeah, so, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yes, Eye of Terror is very good. It's one of the better of the latter day Horus Heresy books. Well worth a look. Was the new Black Legion book this year?
I think it was, yes.
Oh, no. In that instance, I'm really surprised that's not in there because those are spectacular.
Yeah.
As you'd expect, anything written by ADB.
That's true enough, yeah.
He's stone cold brilliant. He really is. He's an absolutely brilliant writer.
Right then, moving on to the next one. Mm-hmm. Number 17, Best Audio Production.
Well, we know what this one is going to be. You know,
Well,
is there
yes.
any point in doing any of this? Should we just say it's Realm Slayer and get over it? Yeah.
Well, let's get a bit of mystique going for it.
Mystique. Okay, it's Realm Slayer. It's Realm Slayer. It's always going to be Realm Slayer. It can't be anything other than Realm Slayer. Brian Blessed.
Okay, all right. So we've got, and I'm not sure if this is a batshit or not. Maligned Portents, the Fluffenhammer release.
That doesn't necessarily have to be a batshit. That could be very earnest, can't it?
Well, it could be. It's just I find it really weird that the stuff that we do is being voted for.
Yeah.
What else have we got? We've got the one with the werewolf.
Okay. Yeah.
The Commissar's Big Day Out.
I vote for that one.
Okay.
Is that a picture book? Has that got like big
Yes.
print crayons on every page? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My First Space Marine.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And once again, the Hungry Caterpillar.
Well, there is is that like a veiled reference to the Tyranids?
It could be.
It could be, couldn't it?
Yeah, the Hungry Terraphant.
Yes, I think it might be. I think we're getting secret communiques there.
But if we take a look at who the top 3 are for the votes.
Realm Slayer, and Realm Slayer.
At number 3, Maligned Portents, the Fluffenhammer release. I feel so dirty saying that out loud.
Yeah.
With 23% of the votes. Bosgat's Big Adventure, which is an actual release. It's
I know, right? That's not a joke.
No. It's a serialized orc audio play, and it is brilliant. That got 23% of the votes. And then Realm Slayer, with 55% of the votes.
Well, yeah, it's a landslide, isn't it? I mean, what else could it have been?
It absolutely smashed it.
Well, it's the one that they really pushed, isn't it? The one that they advertised out of the yin yang. You know, it was the one that they just went berserk with, which makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
It's also one of the best audio plays I've heard since Dirk Maggs stopped doing stuff weekly. You know,
yeah,
it's
they put a lot of effort.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, loads of effort into it. It's got a great cast. It's actually pretty fun. It's very, it's proper sort of swords and sorcery, loads of fun. It's good. It's a well-written, well-produced piece of work. I don't think it could have necessarily been anything else.
No, and it becomes even better when you listen to Blessed talking about how he found Gotrek.
It actually does. It's so weird. I would have thought, that it would have been for Blessed. Well, I'll come in and I'll do my lines, I'll get paid, and I'll bugger off again. You know. But he actually seemed to rather enjoy it.
He got right into Gotrek.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely brilliant. Also, I will say that Realm Slayer has a sequence which stopped me in my tracks and made me go, no. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone, but it ties into the old books beautifully, and it just made me so sad. So sad. So, moving on then.
Yes, hopefully onto a more ambiguous subject.
Well, the next one is the Duncan Award for Appearance by Duncan.
Oh, okay, so not that ambiguous.
Unfortunately not. We'll just blow through this one. So it's Hair Metal, the Noise Marine.
Yeah.
With 19% of the votes.
Uh-huh.
The Squat Video, Necromunda, with 19% of the votes. And I'm a Meme, the Imperial Knights video, with 63% of the votes.
Yeah. They were all brilliant, actually. Most of the videos that come out of the studio are fantastic at the moment. My personal favourite was the Hair Metal one.
Same, yeah.
But, yeah, I could totally get that.
I think for next year, the Duncan Award by Appearance by Duncan should be the Duncan Award for Games Workshop video.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a better way of doing it. But, yeah. Right then, so we're getting into some much more interesting things here.
Oh, okay. Getting meatier now.
Yep, so this is the worst release.
Now, this one's going to be tricky. I'm trying to think of, like, of the stuff that's actually made by Games Workshop and is not sort of like an adjunct, like a video game or something like that. Yeah. I'm struggling to think of what it could be.
Well, the idea behind this one was more of something that's come out that hasn't hit the same heaviness, or it's a bit of disappointment.
I suppose they could have said that Necromunda had a little bit of controversy around it, didn't it?
Yep, Necromunda's on here.
I thought it might be, because I know there was a little bit of contention about how they were releasing the gangs and whatnot.
Yes.
So I would imagine that's one of the contenders, but I'm struggling to think of pretty much anything else.
Okay. So, batshits. The Fluffenhammer.
Oh, okay. Yay! Games Workshop don't produce us, sadly.
No, they do not. Warhammer Adventures. I'm putting that under batshit because it's not out yet.
Yes, yeah.
And my personal favourite, Codex Andy Millman.
Bitter disappointment.
Yeah, I don't know why Andy's getting...
They don't capture the essence of Millman properly, you know? It just doesn't work, and the miniatures are crap. They don't look anything like him.
I firmly believe it's Matt who's been putting in all the Andy Millman jokes. Sure of it. Right, so the actual proper votes. Night Vault. The Age of Sigmar Night Vault. Underworlds. The Shadespire thing. Age of Sigmar Champions.
That was kind of like it kind of blew by, didn't it? It was kind of like a bit of nothing.
Yeah. Codex Orcs.
Codex Orcs.
Yeah, Codex Orcs.
Really?
Yeah,
that's surprising.
Necromunda.
I liked the game.
Yeah,
I liked the game. I think it's really good. But
it actually says Necromunda release schedule.
Yes, I could I can sort of get behind that.
And another Primaris Lieutenant.
Yeah, actually, that could win. Could win.
So out of all of them, it's you're under the impression that another Primaris Lieutenant's the one that's at the top.
I think that might be it.
The thing with Codex Orcs, from how I understand it, is that people were annoyed that it didn't move the Orcs forward any.
Oh, right, okay. So, as a lot of the other codices have done, they've really moved their races forward, whereas the Orcs didn't necessarily.
No.
I can sort of get that.
A lot of it seems to be just rewritten versions of the last Codex.
Yeah, so, I can sort of get
that. Yeah, I can understand. So, top 3 then. Age of Sigmar Champions with 10% of the votes.
Mm-hmm.
Codex Orcs with 13% of the votes. Yeah, I know.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. And with 67% of the votes, another Primaris Lieutenant.
I thought that might be the case, because they do have a thing with the Primaris Lieutenants, don't they?
Yeah.
You could make a small army out of the bloody Primaris Lieutenant miniatures at this point.
There are too many.
Why not give us like a Chaos Champion? Why not give us a Khorne Berserker Aspiring Champion? Why not give us, well, pretty much anything?
Yes, anything that isn't another lieutenant.
Primaris, yeah. Anything that's not another Primaris would be lovely.
Anything at all.
Yeah.
And continuing the more negative look, it's the biggest misstep next.
Biggest misstep? Well, Necromunda's release schedule could be here too.
It is, yes.
I think that might win, actually.
So, what we've got is female Stormcast, yet no female Space Marines.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. That's an interesting one, actually. Contentious, certainly.
The Forge World price hikes for everything that isn't England.
That might take it.
Mm-hmm. Adeptus Titanicus Games Masters Edition.
Mm.
The only batshit is Broke My Leg.
All right.
Necromunda releases.
The Necromunda releases could take this one, I think.
Codex Orcs and October.
Wow. God, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realise it had gone down that badly, to be honest.
Well, neither did I. The Seraphon Confusion.
That could win it too.
And
because we've had like several different versions of the Seraphon turning up in background now.
Yeah, they're either made of light and are demons, or they're in spaceships being spawned. It's a baffling
which one is it? Which one is it?
Yeah. So, out of all those, then, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Necromunda release schedule.
Okay. So, top 3 then. At number 3, Adeptus Titanicus Games Masters Edition.
Okay.
At number 2, the Necromunda release schedule.
Oh, so is number 1 the Orcs?
No.
What
number
is
1,
it?
Forge World's international pricing.
Yeah. Actually, because that's an ongoing issue.
It is. It's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
And it's becoming bigger as like the significance of Forge World is diminishing, which it is.
It is, yeah. Forge World I think Forge World is going to have to adapt and change quite a lot over the next couple of years.
What it really needs to, because it used to have a place, didn't it? It used to have a place where it was releasing all the weirdy beardy stuff that didn't have a place in the primary release schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now Games Workshop themselves are doing all of the weirdy beardy stuff. They're doing all of the niche and bizarre stuff themselves, and actually doing it better and cheaper.
Yeah.
Than Forge World. I can see a time in the future when that label becomes something else.
Yeah.
When it's sort of subsumed into the major company again, and Forge World means something else.
I think what Forge World needs to do is just become the support for games that are phasing out or have phased out.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea for the little games. Like maybe they could do like Epic.
Yeah,
under the or whatever Epic system turns up next under the Forge World banner. Maybe. That's a great idea.
Maybe but the way that Forge World works at the moment, it's not working. It is definitely not working, especially with the way.
It's redundant, isn't it?
That's the word. Yeah, that's exactly the word. It is redundant. It doesn't...
All of the, there was a time when they did the big miniatures that Games Workshop didn't. Games Workshop do that now. Yeah. There was a time when they did the niche and weirdy beardy stuff. Games Workshop are doing it and doing it better. Mm-hmm. There was a time when they did like the offshoot armies that didn't have a miniatures range anymore. Again, Games Workshop are doing it and doing it better.
Yeah.
So it's function is in flux, it seems.
Well, the biggest thing that Forge World did was the Horus Heresy stuff, which is now coming to an end.
Yeah, yeah.
So, unless they've got an idea for what to do next, I don't see.
Idea,
Yeah, I don't see Forge World really being there in the next couple of years.
No, I don't either. Maybe as a label.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe as a label on certain miniatures, like the big stuff, like the Bane Blades or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't see it lasting as it does now.
No, which is almost like a separate company.
Yeah, yeah.
But little things as well, like you can't order from Forge World and have it delivered to a Games Workshop store.
Yeah, it's bizarre that.
Yeah,
actually.
It's an odd one. It's a very odd one.
Once we're on like little niggles, I mean, one of the things that they need to improve with like the Black Library is the website.
Yes, totally agree.
You can't pay by PayPal
on the Black Libraries.
Yeah,
sure can't you?
No, you have to put your card details in. It's really weird. It's really very strange. I don't understand why that system doesn't exist.
No, me neither. Could have sworn I bought stuff off them with PayPal, but then that could have just been the Games Workshop store.
Yes, I think it probably
no,
was.
Yes, it is. It is. It's because I got both the Series 1 and put the pre-order in for Series 2 of the Inferno reprints.
No, if you
through
go
the Games
on,
Workshop store,
Yeah, if you go on Black Library, it still requires you to put your card details in, which is archaic,
It is a bit, yeah.
It's archaic. That needs updating big style. Because I know there are purchases that I've gone to make and then thought, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to go get my card. I've got to go mess about, putting all these details in. When with any other store, I can just click,
Yeah, that's concerning, actually. I need
just
to,
a minor gripe, but that needs fixing. That needs fixing. That should have been fixed like 10 years ago.
True enough, actually.
10 years ago, because it's still exactly the same page,
Yeah.
It's still exactly the same page from 10 years ago, and in fact, older than that. When it takes you to actually pay, it's like, come on, get it updated.
Go on then, go on. Right.
Anyway,
so that's the negatives out the way.
That's the negative stuff, yes.
So, number 12. Whatever. Biggest army improvement.
Ooh, like across the board.
Across the board.
Ooh, that's huge.
Yeah, it is.
That's just an enormous scope to take in. You know what? There's too much. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I mean, for me, 40k, the Drukhari, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
The Drukhari, I mean, because their index is one of the worst. And they've gone to having one of the best kick-ass codices in existence. So there's that. In AOS, the Beast of Chaos again.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's a really difficult one, actually. That I'm interested to see what the entries are.
Okay. The Batshits, of course.
Yes, of course.
Vampire counts.
Technically not untrue.
No, but they don't exist.
No.
The slan.
Okay.
And you can tell that people listen to us on a regular basis.
Yeah.
The Fimir.
That was just to make you cry.
Chaos Dwarfs.
And that.
Yeah. God damn it. And Fungal Beasties.
That's actually as has happened.
Yes, surprisingly enough, it has.
Technically, that's quite prescient, so,
So, what we've got is Nurgle.
Yeah, across the board.
Yep.
Yeah, well, yes, actually. Just completely. In every respect, miniatures, army lists, everything, yeah.
Yep. Night Goblins, which I will give you a little spoiler, that one only got added just after Christmas, so not a huge amount of votes, which is a shame.
It wouldn't be.
This one might have actually been a batshit, but I'm not sure. General's Handbook 2018. Whoops. Drukhari.
Yeah, Drukhari may take this one again.
Orcs.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you've got like some ambiguity concerning the Orcs, it seems. Some people love it, some people hate it.
Night Haunt.
Yeah.
Primaris.
Yeah, the Primaris have had lots of additions, actually, so technically, yes.
Stormcast.
Oh, well, the Stormcast have actually been massively improved over the last year or so, yes, they could take it too.
Sorry. And then, finally, the Sloppity Bile Piper.
Just throwing that in there,
yeah, I know that was about shit, but I really wanted to finish it off with Sloppity Bile Piper.
Might win.
Because
Sloppity might win.
Sloppity Bile Piper is such a great name.
It is, and it's fun to say.
It really is. Sloppity Bile Piper.
Sloppity Bile Piper. Or, I mean, the other one's fun to say as well, Spoilpox Scrivener, but more difficult to say.
It doesn't roll off the tongue as much as the Sloppity Bile Piper.
No, it doesn't.
So, number 3. Drukhari.
Oh, okay. Now that's blown it open then.
Yeah.
That's blown it open a little bit, because they are definitely one of the most improved armies.
At number 2, the Primaris.
Oh, okay.
At number 1, the Stormcast.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that.
They became something this year.
Yeah, totally. They've become much more interesting, both in terms of background, the miniatures range has expanded, they've got way better rules and whatnot. Yeah, totally. I can totally see that.
Well, I think once you start to realise now that the Stormcast aren't the big armoured heroes, yeah, they are tortured souls who are being stuffed back into bodies every 6 weeks. It's
it just lends them that little bit extra, doesn't it? It gives them that little edge that they really needed to make them separate from Space Marines, and to be their own thing, to have their own little narrative hook to draw you in. So yeah, cool. I can see that.
So the next one is the Hobby Hero Award.
Oh, okay. Right.
And this is people out there in the world who do stuff that are hobby-based and get you interested in doing stuff.
I'm going to say the Bard, because I like the Bard a lot. I find him hilarious.
The Bard is one of the greatest things that YouTube's ever produced,
yeah,
so to speak.
I like the Bard a great deal.
Love that man. He is absolutely fantastic. I've got some of his... it annoys me I don't get to talk to him as much as I used to. but now he's all rich and famous after the Hero Quest video, so...
which went viral.
It did, because it's absolutely beautiful.
Totally bloody viral. I mean, absolutely... I can see why. It's brilliant.
Have you seen his latest one with the unboxing of the thing he didn't know he had?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's so good. It's the limited edition 40k. And he just looks at it and goes, I don't remember ordering this.
Brilliance. Absolute brilliance.
So, batshits.
Yes.
At least I assume these are batshits. George and his 1,000 Sons.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they exist. They're out there. They're very unpainted at the moment. But fair enough.
Andy Millman.
Oh, well, obviously.
Adam's... I can't pronounce it. Adam's Lucius Terms. I think that's meant to be tones. I'm not entirely sure.
Luscious tones?
It says Lucius is what the word it says.
Licentious?
Could have been licentious.
Adam's licentious tones?
Could have been that.
Interesting.
Could have been that, yeah. But moving on to the proper ones. Kirioth's videos.
Yeah, I like Kirioth. I do like Kirioth. He's a sort of measured font of information and of consideration of what's going to happen. You know, he tends to do it in a very measured way, which I rather like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 40k theories.
Yep.
Whip and snipe.
Yeah, well, Whip and snipe are going to be like top. You know, it's going to be top. You know, clearly.
Uncle Atom of Tabletop Minions.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fluffenhammer. No, I'm not saying that that shouldn't be there because it's about shit, but you know, I just want to put it there. You know,
just throw it in there just in case. Yeah,
just put it there.
I think Whip and Snipe might take this one.
Yeah, let's just say we're not going to be congratulating ourselves, George.
I didn't think so. We're not that kind of podcast.
Unfortunately, not. No. So number 3 with 13% of the votes. Kirioth.
Yep.
At number 2 with 18% of the votes, Uncle Atom and Tabletop Minions.
Yeah, it's Snipe and Wib.
Yeah, and at number 1 with 26% of the votes, Wib and Snipe.
Wib and Snipe, yeah, of course. Of course.
What I will do is I will get in contact with those guys and let them know that due to community fan voting, they have been given the Hobby Hero Award. I'll have to make a little picture for them or something. They'll just look at me and just go, "Who are you?
Who the hell are you?" Exactly. Yeah, it's like what the fuck. Oh well.
But well done to Whip and Snipe.
Well done.
Next up, we've got the best official video.
Oh, the best official video. Again, lots of good stuff coming out.
Yeah.
All the stuff relating to like Blackstone Fortress was great.
Yep.
The Night Goblin one was brilliant.
That's not on here. I think that just missed out, unfortunately.
Wrath and Rapture.
Yep.
The Wrath and Rapture video. The Realm Slayer stuff. Lots of stuff.
Oh yeah. There's loads.
I'm not sure about this one.
So in the batshits, haven't watched enough to vote fairly.
Okay, fair enough. I'd have put as in the batshit. I'd have put Broadsword.
Weirdly enough, he is here. The one with all the brushes.
Yep.
Duncan's tape, you know the one I mean.
I think we do. I think we may have some copies of that lying around, actually.
Oh, I hope so. Duncan's Slaneshi tape.
Oh, dear.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry. And finally, everything the Bard has ever done, ever.
Yeah. I'd have actually put that at number 1.
Yeah, but it's not an official video, so unfortunately it's going to go in the batshits.
No, it is not, unfortunately. No, it's an official Bard video.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what matters.
So, they have Noise Marine announcement.
Yes, of course. Of course, yeah.
The Necromunda trailers.
Yep, they were good.
The Rogue Trader trailer.
That was superb.
That was very, very good. Turn Back the Clock, squats.
That might win. That might win.
Actually, I tell a lie. The Night Goblin one has actually appeared.
It is actually there.
Yeah.
It is a very good video. It's a very good video.
Wrath and Rapture.
Wrath and Rapture might win too, because that was very exciting.
And Blackstone Fortress.
Actually, all of those are really in contention. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, because all of them were very, very good. In terms of the popularity of the games, I'd say Blackstone Fortress might win out.
Quite possibly.
But, interested to see.
Should I tell you?
Yes, go ahead.
At number 3, we have Wrath and Rapture.
Yep.
At number 2, we have Blackstone Fortress.
Oh, surprising.
At number 1, Turn Back the Clock and Squats.
Yeah. Of course it would be Turn Back the Clock and Squats. Of course it would. That one went almost viral, didn't it?
It did. People went absolutely crazy reading up on those things.
Of course it was going to be that one. Bloody hell. What else could it have been?
So, should we hit the next one?
Yep, let's go.
Okay then. Next one is Best Site.
Best website?
Yes, best website.
Ooh, that's interesting, because I tend to slightly avoid most of the websites these days, I'll be honest.
Now, there isn't... I don't think any of these are actually batshits. I think these are all proper ones.
Yeah,
I think all of these are proper ones.
Okay.
Just looking through, just making sure. Oh no, Moonbase 2's in here.
All right.
So there we go. Right.
Middleman.
Middleman. So we've got the Fluffenhammer.
Hey, hello.
Realm of Chaos 80s.
I don't know that one.
I've been on that a couple of times actually. It's quite good.
On that one.
The Beast of War.
Yeah, Beast of War. Yes, I do know that one.
Old Hammer Facebook group.
I do know that one too.
Joy Reactor, which is a Russian 40k.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know that one at all. Daka Daka.
Daka Daka, yeah. God, that's an old favourite.
The 40k Wiki.
Yeah.
1D4chan.
Well, yeah. Hilarious.
Oh, yes. Bolter and Chainsword.
Bolter and Chainsword, again, old favourite. Been knocking about there for a long, long time, although I do tend to avoid it a little bit these days.
Spiky Bits.
Spiky Bits, yeah. Know it well.
Bell of Lost Souls.
Yes, we know Bell of Lost Souls very well on this channel.
Yes, we do. So, all that being said, where do you think the votes will lie? Where do you think...
I don't know. It's a difficult one because it depends. I think this one depends a lot on where people are coming from.
Yeah.
You know, on like what areas of the web they focus around. The big ones, the really big websites are things like Bell of Lost Souls. The Bolter and Chainsword is enormous, and Daka Daka. Daka Daka's absolutely huge. For my money, I would avoid for me personally, I would avoid the forum style ones these days.
Yeah, you're not alone there.
There's a lot of negativity floating around those forums.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a difficult one, that.
So then, number 3. Are you ready?
Yep.
Bell of Lost Souls.
Okay, that's one of the bigger ones. That's one of the bigger sites, definitely.
It is. It's an odd one, actually. At number 2, Realm of Chaos 80s.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
And at number 1, the 1D4chan.
Hey! Well, I'm kind of pleased that they went with the more humorous site.
To be honest with you, 1D4chan is something I have lost hours to.
Well, it's so easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so easy because it's so naughty. It's so hilarious.
It's a wonderful, wonderful experience.
I like the irreverent descriptions of characters and things like that.
I like the fact that they start everything off with a quote from something else.
Yeah, something totally different. Yeah.
Which just gets the feel of it over, but it's fantastic. Moving on then to number 8, which is Best Podcast.
I wonder.
Yeah, not many people gave nominations for this one, unfortunately.
Right, okay.
So it's quite a small one.
It's a small pool, this one.
Yeah, and we only have one batshit for it.
Oh, okay. What's the batshit?
Dan Harmon's Extremist Histories.
Yeah, it could fit.
Yeah, well...
It could fit, couldn't it?
I know there is a podcast called Extreme Histories out there.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's done by Dan Harmon of Rick and Morty fame somehow.
No, I don't think it is either somehow. Although that would be hilarious.
So what I'm going to do, instead of just reading out the nominations, because there's only 4, I'm just going to go in descending order.
Okay.
So, at number 4, the Healing Hammer. Which unfortunately has now gone.
Oh, you mean ascending order?
Ascending order, sorry. Yeah. Yes, hi.
Sorry.
Yeah, starting at the bottom, going up, yes.
What would it be, a grammar commissar?
Yeah.
Grammar Nazi? Dunno.
No.
Anyway.
Tetragrammaton? No. 40k Badcast. The Voxcast.
Yeah, the Voxcast. Yeah, the Voxcast is actually pretty damn good, you know. And I love the way they've actually expanded it now. So it's an hour long instead of 10 minutes. That's great.
Yeah, it's once a week an hour rather than once every other day in 10 minutes. Much better.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
Yeah, totally. Stormcast.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this is just people sucking up. The Fluffenhammer with 52% of the votes.
Oh, thank you. That's sweet.
I feel quite bad that we got that.
I don't. I'm quite pleased.
Number 7 then, best YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Exaggerated Elegy. No, it's not. It's not.
Hang on. You are here. Yes.
What?
Yes.
It must be one of the jokey ones though, because I don't do that much related to.
No. It just says George's sexy channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
What else do we have in the batshits? We've got Watch Mojo.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sure there's probably a Watch Mojo 40k list in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for God's sake, there's got to be, hasn't there? There's got to be somewhere.
That 80s show.
That kind of makes sense in the weirdest way.
There is a tenuous link.
It is very tenuous. Yeah, definitely.
And finally, in the batshits, have you seen that one where the guy keeps blowing himself up? That's fantastic. He keeps electrocuting himself. You should really watch it.
Okay. I'll seek that one out.
Yeah. So, what we have...
salient to my interests.
We have The Bard.
Yeah.
Stroke Bardic Broadcasts.
Mm-hmm.
The Apathetic Fish.
I haven't heard of that one.
Me neither.
I like it just by the title, though.
Tabletop Minions.
Yeah, I know Tabletop Minions. That's pretty good.
Kirioth.
Of course.
Wib and Snipe.
I think I know who might win this one.
And the Fluffenhammer.
I think it might be Wib and Snipe.
So what do you think from all that?
I think Wib and Snipe.
You're thinking Wib and Snipe?
I am really thinking Wib and Snipe, yeah.
Well, prepare yourself to be surprised.
All right, okay.
At number 3, Kirioth.
Yep.
At number 2, Wib and Snipe.
Okay.
And at number 1, Bardic Broadcasts.
Bardic? Oh, wow. Yeah, I suppose, yes. Of course.
I think that Hero Quest video went much further than anyone ever expected it to.
It's so weird, isn't it? It does demonstrate, doesn't it? All you need is that one video.
Yes.
Not to say that the other stuff he does isn't any good. It is. It's really good. But you need that one thing to hit, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That one thing. And then when you've got it, you've got it.
I do find it strange that Tabletop Minions didn't win either of them.
Yeah, because that is one of the bigger... It's definitely one of the bigger podcasts, isn't it? It's definitely one of the bigger podcasts out there. I mean, some of them are massive and very well produced, I've got to say. Yeah. You know, they've got, like, bells and whistles all over them.
I mean,
but yeah.
I'll be honest, if it was up to me, I would just be giving it to Uncle Atom, because that man has spoke for so long at me now. I spent so much time just listening to Uncle Atom.
But yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah. So next up is the most batshit announcement.
Batshit announcement. Oh,
yeah.
The Noise Marine.
Well, he's in there.
The Noise Marine is definitely up there. The Beast Man from earlier this year.
Yep.
The Squats. Sisters of Battle, probably.
Actually, no. Sisters of Battle aren't in this.
They're not in there. That's a surprise. What else could be in there? So much. Again, it's kind of full.
Yeah.
Kind of full.
So, what we've got is Rogue Trader.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Necromunda Looking Back. So, the Amble, the Squat, and the Imperial Beastman.
Yep.
Maligned Sorcery. The Ideneth Have No Eyes.
Yeah.
And Slaanesh Returns.
Slaanesh could take it. But I think it might be the Necromunda Looking Back, actually.
Okay.
This one.
Any particular reason, or?
But I just think because it hit, because it's just because it hit on so many levels and so many people were so excited by it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, at number 3, Necromunda Looking Back.
Oh, wow. No, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
At number 2... I was about to give you the wrong one. At number 2, Rogue Trader.
Mm-hmm. So Slaanesh.
And number 1, Maligned Sorcery.
Oh, Maligned Sorcery.
So I think what's going there is people really wanted the fact that you've got those wild spells and the big spell miniatures just out there. Because that is absolutely nuts when you come to think about it.
It is mental, but I'm surprised that's the one.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm really surprised that beat out Rogue Trader and whatnot. I am really, really surprised by that one.
To be honest with you, the most batshit announcement had the lowest amount of votes on all of them. So I don't know. It's an odd one.
Yeah,
it's probably one that I have to rethink for next year, I think.
Yeah, interesting.
So next up, we've got the best nostalgic fan service.
Oh, hello.
We've got no batshits for this one.
Oh no.
Oh, Hello, George.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
I lost you there for a moment, sadly.
Yeah, it vanished on this side as well.
Ah!
Right, but we're
Sorry,
okay.
so-
We're okay.
Yep.
Everything's still recording, so that's all right.
Everything's still fine?
Yeah. So next up, we've got the best nostalgic fan service.
Oh, Noise Marine. I mean, it had a green base, for fuck's sake. It's got to be the Noise Marine.
Yes.
It had a green flocked base. And a guitar.
Now, I couldn't give anything away just yet. However, we've only got one batshit for this one, which is discovering a 1989 Rhino in a charity shop for 50p.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. So they could have been mean here as well, Adam. They could have put Fimir and Chaos Dwarfs and whatnot.
I hate you all.
They could have been really mean here. They're not, so I am.
So, we've got Sly Marbo.
Yeah, oh, actually, yes. Sly, I think Sly might take it.
Squats.
Yep.
Noise Marine.
Yep.
Belladonna in Necromunda. The entirety of Necromunda.
Yes. Necromunda could do it.
Rogue Trader.
As could Rogue Trader, actually.
Yeah. So, out of what we've got there, what do you think? Strange, isn't it, that all of that is 40k based? There's no AOS in the
That is
nostalgic
interesting,
fan
isn't
service.
it? Because it does look like AOS is more forward-looking in that regard.
Yeah.
It's more about changing everything rather than looking back, whereas 40k, I mean, we've seen it with upcoming stuff as well. You know, like the Gene Stealer cult miniatures that are from prototypes that were never released, or the Sisters of Battle, you know?
Yeah.
But all of those are in contention. I think it's going to be Sly Marbo could easily take it.
Okay. Are you ready for the top three then?
Yep.
Number 3, Squats.
Yep.
Number 2, Sly Marbo.
Okay, so is it the Noise Marine?
Number 1 is the Noise Marine. The Noise Marine just pips it with exactly 1% more than Sly Marbo.
Yes, I mean, it was going to be in contention between those two, definitely, but I'm not surprised, because they even the way they chose to present that one was a reference. It was a sort of Sly sort of fan wank, basically. But yeah, it's very good. It's very good. Does the miniature have, like, specific rules, or is he just a Noise Marine?
Just a Noise Marine.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought they might give him, like, I don't know, some special rules or something.
No, it's, as far as I'm aware, anyway.
Interesting.
Next one, then, is the Childlike Excitement Award.
Again, really, really difficult. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Oh, there is. This is quite a big one. The only batshit we've got is being a child and finding the plastic glue fumes for the first time.
Yeah, I remember that well.
So we've got Noise Marine.
Yep.
Realm Slayer.
Yep.
Return of the Rogue Traders.
Mm-hmm.
Gene Stealer Cults.
Yes.
Sly Marbo.
Yes.
Building the Night Haunt.
Yes.
Speed Freaks. Gorka Morka. Wow.
Yeah. There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much here. It's really difficult, that one.
Yeah, it's what made you the most giddy, you know.
Which one of those made me the most giddy? Probably the Noise Marine.
Yeah.
Probably the Noise Marine. That's probably the one that really did it for me. But I can definitely see all the other stuff too. So, difficult.
I think if they'd released the Night Goblin stuff a little bit earlier,
they could have done it too.
Definitely be on here, and they would be stomping this.
Oh yeah, I've no doubt.
Okay then, so the top 3. Number 3, Return of the Rogue Traders.
Yes, of course.
Number 2, Noise Marine.
Okay.
Number 1, Realm Slayer.
Realm Slayer, yeah.
Realm Slayer takes it. Like, literally just as well. That is a pipping of the post. Realm Slayer is the most childlike excitement that anybody will have this past year.
Once again, totally see it.
Yeah,
totally see it.
Right, so we're into the last 3 now, George.
Okay. Something tickling you back there, Adam.
Yeah, it's just, once again, there's only the one batshit for this one. but it's a good one.
It's a good one, yeah.
So this is Mini of the Year.
Again, this is going to be huge.
It's a big one.
I don't. Yeah, there's so much I can't quite.
And there's some very strange omissions from this as well.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
There's odd ones. So the batshit is Spank Happy the. Spank Happy the Slaneshi dwarf.
Okay.
And the proper ones are Space Marine Heroes Captain.
All right.
Lady Oleander.
Yeah.
Lycron the Executioner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Knight Incanter.
Mm-hmm.
Kurdros the Craven King.
That's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty, that one.
The Heralds of Slanesh.
Yes. Oh, the Infernal Rapturess or whatever she's called. Yes.
Sly Marbo.
Of course.
Noise Marine.
Yeah.
Sloppity Bile Piper.
I think he might win.
Plague Demon.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think it's going to...
I do want to say, actually, before we pick up, I think there's a load of omissions from this. There's loads of stuff that isn't in here. There's no Idemeth, for example. You know, it's...
Yep.
I find it quite odd that...
It's such a big range, though, isn't it? It's so difficult. Yeah. It's so difficult. I think Sly might take it, or the Sloppity Bile Piper.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. For one of the omissions from there that I would put right at the top is the Fiend of Slanesh.
Yeah. It's
the Fiend is like probably one of the best miniatures they've ever done.
It's I found it strange how many omissions they are off this. There's tons of stuff. As weird as it sounds, that entire Death Guard.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
There's
God,
none of them.
None of the Tallyman or oh god, what are they called? The weird sort of plague surgeons and things. Yeah, none of that stuff. That's such a shame because they're so good.
But even stuff like the plague drones and the Blight Hauler, those things are fantastic.
The Blight Lord Terminators, which are beautiful, the Death Shroud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surprising. Does that mean was Morty with this year too?
No, Mortari was last. Oh, actually, no, he would have been. Was he February?
God, no, surely not. Because if so, Morty deserves to be on here.
He does. That's
I might exercise my ability to veto this one as a host. Well,
no matter who voted, Mortarion wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
We agreed on that one. Yeah.
Sorry
that's
about that one.
But anyhow, in the top three.
Yeah.
Number 3, Kurdros the Craven King.
Yeah, it's stunning. Stunning. Yeah. Beautiful miniature.
At number 2, Sly Marbo.
Yeah. Oh, Sly's number 2, so who's number 1?
Number 1, the Noise Marine.
Yeah, I can, assuming Mortarion was this year, I still want to veto that, because Mortarion just takes it.
Oh yeah, it's an absolutely incredible miniature.
I haven't even got it, and I know that it takes it, Yeah, it's a brilliant miniature. It's an absolutely stunning piece of work. But the Noise Marine is beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful piece of work. So yeah.
I think for next year I'm gonna have to rethink a few things on just making sure that stuff gets.
Yeah, because for my money, beating out all of them would be that Fiend.
Yes.
That may be a personal thing, but...
I think what we might do for next year, then, is we might do the Community Award and then our awards.
That might be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, that might be bad. We've got a year to discuss that in, so that's fine.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, are you ready?
Am I ready?
Because we're into the last 2.
Okay, let's go.
Number penultimate, best release, fantasy.
Oh God, the Night Haunts in general. Just the Night Haunts, they were brilliant. They were absolutely brilliant. But also Wrath and Rapture. Too much going on. Don't know.
See, I don't know if this is a batshit or not, but Teclis and his amazingly successful army of fish people.
Yeah, you could take that either way, couldn't you?
Yeah. And the other batshits, of course, are the Fimir.
Yep.
And the Chaos Dwarfs.
Yes, obviously.
Because people hate me. People
hate Slann, presumably,
No Slann this time round. Just So, we've got best release, Maligned Sorcery.
Yeah, that might, given the previous success, that one might win.
The Daughters of Cain.
Oh, yeah. Cripes, yes, they were brilliant. Morathai. She was not on there either.
No, she was. God.
Bloody hell.
I think we need to...
Wow, veto. Veto. I'm putting my commissar cap on. Veto.
Yeah, I think the miniatures one didn't quite work out this year. That's something I want to have a look at next year.
Morathai, bloody hell. Morathai is one of the most beautiful miniatures they've ever released.
Totally agree. That's upsetting, actually. Anyway, yes, Beasts of Chaos.
Yeah. I mean, that again, it speaks to the quality of the book that there wasn't even a miniatures range, like a new miniatures range to go with it.
Yeah.
All the miniatures are old, apart from the Herdstone and the spells. So that's amazing. It just speaks to the quality of the book.
It really does. Wrath and Rapture.
Yay! That gets my vote.
Underworld's Night Vault.
Can see that. Yeah.
Soul Wars.
Soul Wars, yes, which are escalating now.
Ideneth Deepkin.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I've just realised, of course, that the Caradron Overlords brackets again. Close
Again.
brackets, yeah.
Yes.
Dear oh me. And I understand that this isn't meant to be a batshit, but it comes across as being one. That one with the guy on the back of the snail.
Yeah, I get. Yes,
I know
Blight
exactly.
Wars.
Yeah, I know exactly
Blight
what
Wars.
you mean. You're talking about Blight Wars.
Yes, Horticulus Slimates.
Yeah, I think somebody somewhere was just having a bit of a brain fart and couldn't
Yep.
get it out. But I'm going to add that. I'm going to keep that one in.
It's a tricky one, though. I'm going to go for me, it would be Wrath and Rapture.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on there.
There is. Are you ready for the top three then?
I am.
Number 3, Maligned Sorcery.
Yeah, oh, okay, so it's been pipped.
Number 2, Daughters of Cain.
Wow, I'm glad they're up there. I'm glad they got some recognition because it's a bloody good release, that one.
It is. It really is. And at number 1, Soul Wars.
Soul Wars, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that new Age of Sigmar version 2, or whatever you want to call it.
I must say, I mean, did you get the box set?
Oh, yes.
With the book and everything.
Yeah.
The book is brilliant.
It's astonishingly good.
It's absolutely brilliant. All the stuff about the realms and how they work and what their topography is like. I just loved it. It's so much fun to read.
Yeah, it is. It's something I actually pick up and read quite regularly.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Just to get a feeling for how it works, for what this new state of play is like. Yeah, totally.
And things seem to be a lot more settled in than they were with the first version.
Oh my god, yeah. They know. Yeah. It feels like they know what they're doing. Basically,
yes,
it feels
so.
like the world is well, rather the reality that they've created, the multiverse, is crystallized a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's nice.
It is. All right then, last one.
Mm-hmm.
Best release, 40k themed.
I think it's probably going to be Blackstone Fortress or Rogue Trader. I'm not sure which.
Sorry. The reason for my laughter will become obvious later.
Okay.
So, what we've got is Kill Team, Rogue Trader.
Yep.
Blackstone Fortress.
Yep.
Codex Death Guard.
Yeah.
Tooth and Claw.
Okay, that's an interesting addition.
Speed Freaks.
Speed Freaks, yeah, now that was popular too.
Forge Bane.
Yeah.
Sorry, my PC's just gone on a slowdown. New Titans.
The New Titans, yeah.
The Death Guard, the Death Guard machines, which I assume is the tanks.
Yeah. Interesting.
Very much. Plague Demon.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think Blackstone Fortress or Kill Team / Rogue Trader might take this one.
Okay, then. At number 3, Forgebane.
Yeah, okay.
I suppose it came with the Armiger Knight, didn't it, sir?
Of course, so it would have been a big seller, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It really would have been. Number 2? What do you think?
I don't know.
Number 2? Kill Team Rogue Trader.
So it's Blackstone Fortress.
Number one is Blackstone Fortress.
It's got to be Blackstone Fortress. I mean, the excitement for that was enormous. I mean, I pre-ordered it. I would just could not pre-order it. It was huge, wasn't it? And it's still pretty huge. Have you played it yet?
I have. I had a very quick go of it. It is fantastic.
Enormous fun.
Yeah.
It is enormous fun. It's so easy to play, but really satisfying as well. It's got this wonderful sort of dungeon crawling element to it.
Yeah, and it's got such beautiful minis and
it does.
Precipice. I love
Precipice. I love
it's
the
such
notion.
A cool place.
The notion of Precipice is brilliant, and it's the kind of thing the 40k universe needs. You know, just to leaven it a little bit, just to make it a little bit more intriguing. My favourite miniature in the whole thing is the Navigator.
Yeah, I can see that.
One of the quieter pieces, definitely. Yeah. But I love him. I think I love the notion of Navigators, and being able to play one is great.
What are they called? Spindle drones.
The spindle drones are lovely.
I love the spindle drones. I want to do more things for the spindle drones. I want to have an entire army of spindle drones.
I like the way they work as well. You know, the way they get
and updating.
Yeah, they get nastier as the game progresses. That's very cool. Very cool.
It's how cool would it be if you've got like an Imperial Guard army on one side and then just 500 spindle drones.
Just spindle drones continually updating and evolving as they go. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. I'd love to see that. Love to see that. So
then, George, that's us out of the Fluffies for another year.
Yes, that's the Fluffies for another year, which was a lot of fun, actually. I've got to say, it's always a lot of fun, but that was great fun.
It was, and thank you.
And surprising in many ways.
Yeah, I think,
it's surprising.
I've learned a lot how to do it this year. And I think I've got a better idea of how to do it next year.
Yeah.
I think having a
power of veto.
That might not be a bad idea. And also being able to have more of a pool of things to throw in.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot of people were voting and suggesting stuff that had been out in the sort of last 6 months.
Yes,
stuff at the beginning of the year was kind of being forgotten.
I think that's simply because there has been so much.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
completely,
I forgot.
Completely.
I did not realise stuff like the Death Guard and whatnot was this year. I thought that was last year. I'm certain that was last year. I was really surprised by all that. Really surprised.
Unless Death Guard was actually a batshit
it's entirely
nomination,
possible.
And I've just not realised.
It's entirely possible, but whatever, you know. But yeah, it's stuff like Morathai and the Daughters of Cain being largely forgotten.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Real surprise, because Morathai was such a beautiful miniature.
I'm trying to think, because before the Daughters of Cain, there was the Ideneth.
Yes.
And I can't think what came out after the Daughters of Cain. Was it Beasts of Chaos?
I think it was Beasts of Chaos after that, wasn't
might
it?
explain it if it's sandwiched between those two.
Yeah.
That kind of gets devoured.
And the Drukhari were around that era as well.
Yeah, they were.
So I can see why it, and also the Daughters of Cain, again, not a complete miniatures range.
Yes.
So it may have had something to do with that, but surprising still.
I think what might be a better idea for next year is if I built up a list of all the stuff that came out that
work.
year.
Yeah, that might work, because
as much as getting you guys to do the nominations and everything, that was brilliant, but I think we've missed out on a few things, and some stuff hasn't been seen, or it's kind of been forgotten about.
Veto!
Power of veto! So then, George, we're going to get out of here in a minute, but there's something I want to do first.
Oh, okay.
And that is, there's a competition running for the Fluffenhammer at the moment.
Oh.
And I've got it, well, not in my hands, because it's through in the other room. I have a £50 voucher.
Okay.
It's a digital voucher, don't worry. I'm not going to accidentally spend it. And I want to give it to you guys. I want somebody to win a £50 voucher for Games Workshop.
Okay.
To win this, or be in a chance for winning this, what I want you to do is promote us. I want you to find a way to promote us in a non-normal sense.
Okay.
This could be, you could make little posters for the Fluffenhammer to go on your scenery when you're down at the club. This could be, you could make t-shirts. You could do anything at all. It's entirely open to you how you want to promote us. And then...
Why have I got visions of someone standing in the streets with placards and megaphones?
Hey, if you want to do that, film it, prove that you've done it, I will give you a £50 voucher.
God, I would chip in and give
Don't get arrested.
More.
Just do not get arrested.
Don't do anything illegal.
No, nothing illegal. Nothing illegal. Immoral, yes. Illegal,
illegal,
no.
no. Yeah.
So yeah,
that's a good tack to take. That's a very good tack to take.
If you're on the Facebook group, you can throw us a message on there showing us what you've done. If you're on YouTube, you can throw me a message on there, or you could email me at grufflock, which is grufflock@gmail.com. Show us what you've got. Show us what you can do. Promote us in a way that you think will work, and you could get a £50 voucher out of it.
Yay! Fun.
So, yeah, I think
this
so.
could be lots of fun, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing
creative.
Lots of weird, creative stuff.
You guys out there are fantastically creative, and I am loving to see what you guys come up with.
Oh my god, some of the stuff that people are putting up on the Facebook page at the moment, the jealousy, the envy of ability is unbelievable. Some of the sculpting and painting work I've seen on there recently has been insanely good.
Yes. I'm not going to name names, but if I ever find you, I will decapitate you, and I will take your powers.
Yeah, take your fingers, in fact. Just chop your hands off and then graft them on, you know?
You can go live in a basement and paint for me for food.
But yes.
And with that happy note, George, have you got anything you'd like to promote today?
Oh, there's always something. You can find all of my work over at strangeplaygrounds.com. My recently released short story collection, which Adam was very, very kind to leave a review for, Essential Atrocities, is up on Amazon. Doing lots of stuff over on the Exaggerated Elegy YouTube channel at the moment. Lots of stuff going on there. You can find me on Twitter at Enigmatic Elegy. And there's also the ongoing project between me and Nick Hardy, the Born in Blood stuff, which you can also find on strangeplaygrounds.com. Lots of stuff going on. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff.
And as for myself, I have nothing going on, so that's easy enough.
That was easy.
So, with all that being said, we'll get out of here. Thank you so much for your time.
Always, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and keep coming to us, you know. Keep giving us your input. We really appreciate it.
Carry on fluffing.
Yep, carry on. Indeed.
Possibly.
Indeed.
And thank you very much, George.
Okay. Oh, a pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
By earth, by air, rain and fire. The only things a real troll desire. But to smash and to mash and to bash and maybe mangle. Here in Stranglethorn, you'll be warned. My Lord's gonna trash ya. Say your prayers with voodoo, bash ya. Time for fun, we're gonna run ya through. Too bad for you.
It's only once a generation.
One victor wins the confrontation.
Standing here, got no fear. I'm the best in the arena.
Man, you never seen a hero cut you down to zero.
Victory is no joke. Careful at your door.
By earth, by air, rain and fire. The only things a real troll desire. But to smash and to mash and to bash and maybe mangle. Here in Stranglethorn, you'll be warned. My Lord's gonna trash ya. Say your prayers with voodoo, bash ya. Time for fun, we're gonna run ya through. Too bad for you.
It's only once a generation.
One victor wins the confrontation.
Standing here, got no fear. I'm the best in the arena.
Man, you never seen a hero cut you down to zero.
Victory is no joke. Careful at your door.
Get your stories. Our star is born. Here in Stranglethorn.